Hello there friends, welcome back to Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. You know what week it is this week? It's time to unite against Mechazod. I'm going to give this another bash. It's quite a toughie, but we'll get in there, see who we get paired up with, see if we can't give him the old beans to his face. So, let's find our first opponent. So we've got this big creature and he's going to flip between either side of the board on each turn, and basically we're working in conjunction with our opponent to try and put a stop to him. Now we're still the priest. I think we've been the priest every time, which is fine. Okay, that's fine. We can get this to kind of build up some buffs for our opponent to use on their turns. I think it's worth not running small stuff into him. Is probably the key here, because and we'll hang on to old Millhouse, because I think Millhouse will come in handy as we progress. Got Pilney Student is our friend today, I suppose. And here's our chap we're trying to deal with. Okay. We put a guy out and have him just hang out there. Okay, what's Pilney gonna do? Fiola Lightbane. Okay, it's kind of fun. So it's not going to stick around though, sadly. Lightwell's a nice thing to have, but we'll save it for next turn, I think. We'll get the bananas, but we're going to leave the 2-3 out because it's another target to get a hit, and that's more valuable right now than running it in for 2 damage on Mechazod. Really, this is all about finding one thing that you can buff up super hard and then play that thing.
For duty.
Man, he's going all in on the damage. I feel it's one of those things where if a player had control of Mechazod, they'd win instantly, just because of all the stuff they can do. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of healing, try and maintain a little bit more survivability. The light wells are going to do well for us, going to keep us a little bit healthier. But even that's not going to be enough by itself. Trogzor could be a good win condition. It's a possibility if we can get that out and then let the opponent play a load of stuff. We don't want to play Millhouse straight away because we want to let the opponent do a load of stuff with Millhouse. Okay, summoning more recruits. They're always pumping up. But dang. And then we get the heal. Gets us to a decent spot for now. Okay, we're getting a good clunk of stuff. But one thing that's important to remember is if you have a full board, he'll destroy everything on your side of the board when he comes to switch over to you. So you want to make sure that you don't fill up your board entirely. Oh, here we go. He's got to be careful here, because if he buffs him up too much, you don't really want to buff all up on one creature, because then he'll just assassinate it. Which is kind of the risk with him buffing up one of our guys. Okay, a little bit sad that we don't have a divine shield anymore. Such is the way sometimes. Okay. Give that guy another card. It's a little upsetting. Lost our guy. Sometimes that's the way of things. Hopefully we're setting up for a big finish here. I think we're going to look to play Millhouse next turn. Hopefully that gives our opponent a big chance to do something massive. We'll see. Going to be tough though, for sure. It's a difficult, just a difficult thing all around. This. Okay, just gaining some attack. That's not too bad. Not too threatening. A little bit threatening, but it's not super threatening. Okay, what's our best bet to play here? Okay. Let's hope our opponent's got some buffs in their hand. I kind of wish they'd held on to their buffs a little bit longer, to be honest, but there's no real way for them to guarantee that. But now's the time for the big buffs if you've got them. Pliny, or Pilny. I was going to say Pliny, like Pliny the Elder. Okay, this is looking okay. Got a blessed champion or something. Okay, that's good, that's good. Got another blessed champion, that would be great. Has, brilliant. Okay, this is a start. Okay. I'm gonna play the
How many fingers do you see?
the Holy Champion. It's just gonna come down to, oh man, just the wrong one. It was close. It was close. Unlucky Pilny. That's the right kind of idea though. I think that's the approach you want to take. I kind of wish they hadn't used all their buffs on that previous turn, because then they might have had just enough to swing it. Although probably not quite enough. But they used a load of buffs on one of our creatures, on our Rockjaw Jog, a little bit early. But then again, you can't necessarily bank on your that your opponent's got Millhouse in hand. So, oh, we get to be the Paladin this time, so we get to hold on to the buffs and hope for that big Millhouse play. Okay, these are things I don't mind holding on to early on. Just kind of store stuff up. We'll just make lots of guys, build out our hand,
Well met.
and see how it goes. See if illusion can work out for us. Going in straight off the bat. That's the thing, is we got hit with a lot of double zaps very early on, and that actually probably put us in a bad spot, even though they were a bit lower damage. I think, you know, they did a fair whack to us. So let's hope that doesn't happen this time. Old OP Mechazod. Pint size, solid. Not going to stick around, sadly. Just going to make a guy. Just going to hold on to my cards. Nothing too fancy. Bomb Salvo is not too worrying, especially at these lower things. It can be quite devastating as he starts to get a bit higher in attack. But at this stage it's okay. At this stage we don't really mind seeing that. Okay, the overclock starting to pump up now. That is a dangerous one. It's not dangerous like by itself, but Obviously it sets up for much bigger things going forward. Okay, and some buffs. That's alright. Gets assassinated, but that's acceptable.
Reporting for duty.
Not going to do anything else here. No need to rush. It's important not to just play out the buffs because we've got them. Okay, it's probably not going to last, but there we go. Worth a try. How many cards are going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Might be worth... Well, no, because even if they play Mukla, we're still not going to have... We're still going to be overdone with stuff. So it's okay. We're in an okay position at the moment.
How many fingers do you see?
Man, that's 6 damage at a time. It's real rough.
Funnel cakes. Get your funnel cakes here.
Okay, let's heal up. Put ourselves in a slightly better spot. It's not going to be much better, but... We've got some buffs, but we still don't have enough buffs to make anything super special out of this. Going in on the millhouse, maybe that's a little bit earlier than I would have done it.
How many fingers do you see?
It's a little bit risky with nothing on the board because we don't have any charge.
Reporting for duty.
Not on my watch.
Bum bum bum. Okay. Right. Okay, good. And he didn't assassinate something. I'm spreading the buffs out so that it's not quite so bad if something gets taken down. Might have been worth holding on to the Blessed Champion. It's tough to say on that.
Mind if I roll need?
No heals? No heals to pump that holy fella up. Interesting, just going to continue to overclock. That's kind of scary. But you do what you can, I suppose. Okay, now do I want to swing in here? I'm just working out how it would work out if we got bomb salvage. Versus if we got assassinated. It's tough to say. It's tough to say what he's going to do. Okay, didn't bomb okay, so that was the right decision because the assassinate was coming out. But you can't predict that ahead of time, so you've kind of just got to go with your gut a bit. Interesting that it's Fiola, so your opponent can't do it for you, which is always a little disappointing. Oh, going in with it, interesting. Don't know, I would have done that, but whoa, that's rough. Okay, I'm thinking Refreshment Vendor and Holy Light. That's 6, that leaves us with 3 mana.
Not on my watch.
I'll put the Divine Shield back on again. Heal back up a little bit more. Keep us just in the right spot. The thing is, like, you kind of, I feel like you need to get one big win combo, and that can be Ice Howl. There's an Ice Howl in the Paladin deck, and if you can get that and someone millhouse, your opponent millhouses, then you can buff him up hugely and kill instantly. But that's kind of the dream. That's not necessarily going to happen. So failing that, you have to hope for the best kind of buff wise. We're doing okay here, but it's getting tough. 12 attack is a lot of attack to have. We can get Stalag out. We can heal up a little bit and play a shielded mini bot who's gonna give us lots of options. Stalag goes down. There we go. There's Thaddeus. Don't know if he'll survive, but we have to hope. Hope that there's no big assassinate here. It's gonna be tough, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. No! Okay, I was not too surprised to see that, but I'm a little sad. Unsurprisingly. Blessed champion, but it's only going to do 10 damage.
You have been measured and found wanting.
Buff up here to get the Divine Shield. And buff up here to have a creature that's got slightly more stuff. I'm not going to play or actually I could play a minion, but I don't think it's necessarily worth. I was going to say it's not worth me playing a minion because I'll get everything destroyed if I do that, so do have to be careful. I could have run a 2-2 in and had a 1-1 instead for 2 damage. I don't know whether that's necessarily worthwhile. Big heals coming through here. Not a bad time to Leroy, not the best time necessarily, but... Oh, and there's Ice Howl. Oh man, we might have enough here. Well, we don't have the blessed champion, the cheap blessed champion, but we've got 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... The problem is, because we've already used Millhouse, we don't have that reliability.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, let's stick with that. Our 8-5 managed to survive somehow. Which is nice to see. Ooh, Trogzor.
Mind if I roll knee?
That's giving us even more options, that's good. Ooh. How much damage have we got here? 8, 9, 10.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. And we've got Ice Howl for next turn to finish things off. So I think we should have this one. Because if their opponent can finish it, great. If they can't finish it, we've got Ice Howl and we can finish it.
Well played.
Let's hope they actually run stuff in.
Well played.
I'm going to try and indicate that yes, just get stuff in there.
Well played.
Oh, I can't say anything anymore, mate. I'm stuck on the old limit.
I've been inside that thing for months.
We did it! Hurrah! And there we go. Fantastic. Victory at last. It worked out. It was tough, but we managed it. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, and we're going to leave it there because we did it. But it's a really, really fun brawl. It's a good challenge. I think both players have kind of got to work strategically. It was probably quite fun with your friend because you can discuss your hands, discuss strategy. But I also think it's really interesting to play with someone where you don't know what they've got in their hand. It's like trying to coordinate with someone, but you don't know what tools they have at their disposal. You know they might have Ice Howl, you know they might have Millhouse, you know they might have Lore Walker Cho, or Blessing of Might, or Blessed Champion, but you can't guarantee it. And so it's really interesting to try and work out when the best time to play something is. Then you see at the end there, I was like, hey, I just need this guy, I just need to indicate to this guy, look, just attack with whatever, because as long as you get him down, I've got the finishing. I've got the win condition, I've got the Ice Howl to back it up. Just make sure you get the hits in. And I think it was better to hang on to Ice Howl, because I couldn't play it and play Blessed Champion on it to crash in for the win. And I didn't want to like just throw it out there once because it wouldn't survive. But yeah, there we go. That's Unite Against Mechazod. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to pop that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more Hearthstone, Tavern Brawls and other games as well, of course. I've been Ken. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!